Well, here we are. It is the final day of the Black Ops 7 beta, and man, I have had a lot of fun playing this game. In fact, I reached max rank at the initial early access period within like the first day, and even, when they raised the level cap, during the weekend when the open beta went live, I ended up hitting level cap again. But even then, after I unlocked everything in the game, including all the Dark Ops calling cards, man, I've still just been like no-lifing this game just for fun. I'm genuinely having that much fun playing it. Something similar happened with the Black Ops 6 beta, and it happened again with Black Ops 6 in general. Even though I hit level 1000 in Black Ops 6 a while ago, I've still just been playing the game for fun because I really do enjoy the gameplay in that game. But on Black Ops 7, it's on a whole other level, especially with skill-based matchmaking being gone. It feels just like classic Call of Duty again. Every match feels unique, and I've just been having so much fun in a way that I don't even know how to explain into words. It's really just one of those game feel things. But yeah, I've really been having a lot of fun with the Black Ops 7 beta, and now that I've finally gotten to play the game, I'm just even more excited for November 14th when the full game does finally release. Also, as we wrap up the Black Ops 7 beta here, I just genuinely wanted to thank you guys for all your love and support on the content between the live streams, the videos, the shorts, and the TikToks. There's a lot of content I need to push out yet. I've just kind of been sitting behind the scenes, like sifting through, like, okay, when do I want to upload what? Because there was so much content I need to push out yet that I captured during this beta. So, we'll figure that out. I'll figure it all out in the content schedule. There's going to be a lot of double uploads, a lot of, like multiple uploads of like shorts and TikToks each day going up for a while, because there was a lot of great stuff that I was able to record and capture during the beta. So, even though the Black Ops 7 beta is ending, don't worry, that does not mean that Black Ops 7 content is ending. And then obviously, when the full game releases November 14th, we'll have even more content coming out on the game. Really, at this point, I'm just at that point where I'm very familiar with this game now, between the movement mechanics, the maps that we have present in the beta anyway, and the gunplay, and just the general feel of things, that I'm just ready to dive into the full game, man. I'm ready to go for that level 1000 grind. I'm ready to grind out the camos and grind out the weapons and do all that, you know what I mean? Like, I know there's gonna be a lot of camo grinds in the full game and a lot of grinds in general. And at this point, I'm really just looking forward to diving headfirst into all of that. Really, my only hope for the full game at this point is that they either keep open mosh pit as a default playlist, or they just remove skill-based matchmaking entirely. I don't think they're going to remove SBMM entirely. I really do think that they're probably just going to keep it as this hybrid system, like, okay, you have mosh pit, and then you have like open mosh pit. I'm really hoping that they maybe consider just removing SBMM entirely, but again, we'll kind of see when the full game releases. Like, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me necessarily if they would just outright remove SBMM, but I'm also not counting on it, if that makes sense. I guess the other thing that I'm hoping for with Black Ops 7 is that the campaign is rather solo friendly, because I do prefer to play all of the Call of Duty campaigns solo. And I mean, look at Call of Duty World of War, for example. That game did have a, it had a co-op campaign, but you could obviously, I would argue that the game was best experienced solo, just so you could get the full immersion factor and fully appreciate the story in that game, just because of how, like, dark and gritty it was. Similar with Black Ops 3, that game had a co-op campaign, but you could obviously very much so play it solo. So I'm hoping that that's the same case again here in Black Ops 7. I'm also really excited for Season 1 because there's a lot of great changes coming to Warzone that I really want to see how they play out. And I'm also, I want to get started on that Warzone camo grind as soon as possible, because, I still got to go back to Black Ops 6 Warzone and finish up Abyss camo, so... I'll get to that as soon as the BO7 beta ends, which actually, that'll actually work out, because obviously the new battle pass is dropping, and I'll need something to kind of like grind out throughout that. I could just play the multiplayer, but in this case, I'll just do the Warzone camo grind. Alright, lads, we got a dog. Oh my gosh. That's the one thing about the score streak. I kind of wish they'd make it easier to call in some of these streaks, because, like, for example, the dog, there's not really any good spots to actually call it in on this map. There's like one specific spot back in this spawn that you can call it in at, but that's about it, I think. Yeah, like right back here, you can call it in here, but that's like, I'm pretty sure this is the only spot on the map you can really call it in at. One more time for old time's sake, we're gonna call it in, put it down in sentry mode, and wait, there we go. We can pet the doggo. Who's a good boy? There we go. Just had to do that one more time before the beta ends. Alright, go attack him. And there it is. Clean victory. 281. You love to see it. I'm really excited for Season 6 and Black Ops 6, though, man. They got, like, Predator, Chucky, Jason Voorhees coming to the game. The skins look insane. Predator's gonna be in the Battle Pass, and Chucky will just be an Event Pass. Jason's the only one in a bundle, so it'll actually be pretty cheap and easy to get all of them. And then in Warzone, they have a bunch of crazy events going on. And I really want to stream the Zombies event, because they have, like, zombies with, like, pumpkin heads on and stuff. And I'm actually really excited for that. It looks pretty cool. I guess they're gonna have Forced Rampage Inducer on that mode too, which is gonna be kind of cool. So I wonder if they're gonna give you any cool rewards for completing like all the Easter eggs in that, because usually they give you like gobble gums or something. So I wonder if they'll at least do something like that. I do kind of need to stock up on my gums before Black Ops 7 releases. Also, for anybody that didn't know, Black Ops 6 is going to be completely free from October 9th, so aka the day you guys are seeing this video, until October 16th. So if you didn't get to try the game, now would be a great time to do it. You can play the full game, campaign, multiplayer, zombies, everything. If you'd like my personal opinion on the game as somebody that literally literally reached, you know, level 1000 in Black Ops 6, you know, as if that wasn't enough of an answer for you. I do highly recommend trying the game if you haven't before, you know, especially with Black Ops 7 coming out here soon, you know. I wouldn't say that you necessarily need to buy the game outright. I mean, if you enjoy it, of course, do that. You know, you still have a month till Black Ops 7 comes out, and I'm sure BO6 will go on sale again at some point, probably around Halloween or something. It usually does. But, you know, the game genuinely is a lot of fun, so at least trying it for this week, I definitely recommend doing it. You know, zombies is pretty great. They have directed mode out for all the zombies maps. That gives you enough time to do all the Easter eggs in that. The campaign's really good as well. The camo grind's a lot of fun, and anything that you unlock in BO6, obviously you can still use in Warzone once BO7 does release, because originally everything was going to carry forward to BO7, but then they changed their mind. So I'm not sure what all is going to carry forward, if anything at all. Still, I will say that I'm kind of glad carry forward was canceled in a way, just because it kind of helps keep the game separated and helps BO7 have its own strong identity. And plus with, like, you gotta think most of the weapons and operators in Black Ops 6 were from like 1990, so bringing that forward, including the weaponry, into Black Ops 7 really would have just, I don't know, would have messed with the identity of the game, in my opinion. And it starts to kind of blur the lines between the games and everything like that, because as much as I love, like, MW2 and 3, I will say, like, the carry forward in MW3 does kind of, like, blur the lines of some things, if I'm gonna be honest, and just kind of, I don't know. It's just, like, if I'm playing MW3, I just kind of want to use the MW3 stuff, so I feel like we would have had the same thing happen here in BO7. And there it is. There's a victory. 250 to 53. Unfortunately, this is probably the last match that I'll get to play of the Black Ops 7 beta, because after this, I gotta edit this video, and then that's about it. So, yeah, man, I genuinely had a lot of fun with this game, and I'm very excited to play it when the full game does finally release. They made a lot of great changes, and I'm just hoping that they keep those changes in place for the full game releases, like no SBMM, for example. But yeah, you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm just hoping that, you know, that's like the main thing. Just please see SBMM out of the game. That's all I can ask. But otherwise, yeah, as I've said many times before, I'm very excited for this game, and, you know, in the meantime, we'll get back to Black Ops 6, grind out Season 6, play all that new content, and then before we know it, we'll have Black Ops 7. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patrons, and should remember to get all in the low ball tier, and then even bigger shout out to the last king, Emi Many, and the biggest shout out to the G2 Armor, some of you, yes, much less little legends. I love you. Have an amazing day, beautiful. I love you all. Peace.